welcome to episode 3 of Cook with Natasha Summar. It's going to be a really relaxed one today, a super easy recipe that you guys requested, and that is the Korean chicken. I love Korean chicken for a few different reasons. The first being the flavour. It's so warming, it's ideal for this time of year, owing to the fact that it has chilli in there, ginger, so it's great for the upcoming cold months, which is definitely very exciting. The second reason is it is just as easy to cook for 2 people as it is to cook it for 10 people. So it's a great one for meal planning, it's a great one for cooking in advance and getting in your freezer, it's a great one for dinner parties, takeaways. So I feel like you guys having this in your arsenal will be fantastic for you. And it's a low point value because you're going to be using a combination of chicken breast, which is totally fine to use that by itself and it's free on Weight Watchers, or like me, you can mix and match and use a little bit of both. I have 2 types of chicken. I have skinless chicken breast and I also have some chicken drumsticks on the bone. So I hope you all enjoy it. Don't forget to use the hashtag Cook with Natasha Summar when you share your pictures, and I'm going to show you everything you need to prepare your Korean chicken. So hopefully you guys will have seen the recipe list, but if not, I'll go through it very quickly now. As I mentioned before, I have a combination of chicken here. I have some skinless chicken breast that I've got in a bowl, along with some chicken drumsticks with the skin on. On Weight Watchers, it's 2 points per drumstick uncooked, so that is the point value that you're looking at in terms of drumsticks. That's absolutely fine in my opinion. I feel like it's a great one to cook with this recipe because the skin absorbs everything, it gets nice and crispy, which is amazing. You're also going to need some sugar. Brown sugar preferably, or Demerara sugar. I like Demerara sugar because it has a bit of a crunch to it, which is quite nice. So I have a tablespoon of that, a nice ripe pear that we're going to grate, some lemon for the lemon juice. I have a combination of 2 types of chilli. I have a red chilli and a green. Feel free to use one or the other. Feel free to take the seeds out, keep them in. That will depend on the heat preference that you guys would like. A nice big wedge of ginger. I like to use around 30 grams or so for about a 4-person serving, but again you can add little or less depending on what you want. And at least 3 cloves, decent sized cloves of garlic, along with some sesame seed oil, some soy sauce, which is one of the key ingredients in this dish, and then finally some chili powder. All I'm going to do first off is to combine all of these ingredients into a really lovely paste slash marinade, get it in a dish and get it in the oven, and that is as easy as that. So let's get cracking. So I'm going to start off with my oil. Again, check the description box for all of your quantities, but this is sesame seed oil. I would stick to the sesame seed oil because it adds a lot of flavour. You can use a different one if you would like, but if you can stick to this one, I would definitely recommend it. Then you're going to add your soy sauce, again a key ingredient of this dish, your sugar, chili powder, so I'm going to get my ripe pear. You need to make sure it's ripe. You want it as soft as possible because it's going to add a really lovely sweetness to the dish, which is going to work really well with the contrasting heat that we have and the other sharp flavours. So just grab your grater and grate your pear straight into the marinade. You wouldn't think to add chicken with pear, but it's absolutely delicious. It is one of our favourite things to cook and eat now. Andrew particularly really does like this dish. And it's great to have with chips, a flatbread. It's just such an easy meal to cook, an easy supper, midweek, super easy to do, great takeaway alternative. So I've grated my pear straight in, and now I'm going to grate my ginger the same. Again, 30 grams worth of ginger, just coarsely grate that straight in. So you'll notice that the marinade is quite thick, and this is a very bountiful marinade. It might seem like there's not much here, but actually this will cover it really significantly. So that is the marinade completely made. Now I'm going to add my chicken and then we'll talk about sprinkling to the top. As I mentioned before, you can make this pretty much a 0-point dish if you use skinless chicken breast, because the marinade, between 4 to 5 people, it will amount to perhaps a point, so call it 1 point, and then you add the chicken breast, and again that is free. I like to have a little bit of crisp on the skin. I feel like it just adds a really lovely texture. But if you do want a low point value supper, feel free to just use chicken breast. I do that on the regular. It's ideal for lunches, ideal for with a quick salad. So I'm going to add my chicken straight in. And now I'm literally just going to make sure that everything is coated as evenly as possible, and then we will season with a little bit of salt and pepper. And that is literally it when it comes to the marinade. I like to sit this in the fridge for at least an hour before cooking it. If you have a longer time than that and you can be cooking in advance, you know, 4 to 6 hours would be absolutely ideal, or even overnight would be perfect. It would give the flavours a chance to really penetrate the meat and really allow everything to take on the flavours, but an hour is definitely sufficient for such strong flavours. So now that this is all adequately coated in the marinade, I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, add a bit of cling film to the top and put it in the fridge for about an hour, and then we will come back and cook it. I often get asked about these little salt and pepper pots that I have. They come in a pack of 4, I'll just show you guys. And they're just one set and they sit on top of each other. These are actually from Anthropologie, but sadly they're sold out. If I can link something similar, I will do, because I absolutely love them, but I know I'll get asked about them. So yes, they are from Anthropologie and they're incredible. I really like them. They're really heavy though, because they're marble, so I really like those. So we've added the salt and pepper to the marinade. As you can see, it's just going to sit there happily, and I'm going to cover it with some cling film and then sit it in the fridge for at least an hour before we will add it to an oven safe dish and cook it. And you can serve this with whatever you like. I will talk you through some options later of what I like to do with it, but again, as you've seen, very easy, very quick, very convenient, and packed with a ton of flavour. So it's been about an hour now, and I'm just about to take the chicken out of the fridge. Make sure you've left it for at least an hour, guys, before you cook it. And yeah, I can even smell it through here. It smells incredible. Okay, so I have my oven dish here, and all I'm going to do is get some olive oil. This is the olive oil that I use. Use any that you would like. This is the extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just going to get a brush and just brush the base of my ovenware just to make sure that the chicken doesn't stick, because I don't want that. I don't want sticky chicken, or I do, but I want to eat the sticky chicken. I don't want it to be on there. But anyway, that's weird. So before I add my chicken into my oven dish, I'm going to chop some chilies. Again, feel free to remove the seeds like I'm going to do. I can handle a fair bit of spice, but Andy prefers milder dishes, so we're going to remove the seeds. Again, watch your hands and your fingers when you're doing this, guys, because I've made that awful mistake before of slicing a chili, removing the seeds, and then rubbing my eyes, and it is no joke, it burns like hellfire. So make sure that you wash your hands as soon as you have removed all of the seeds. Right guys, now I've got my words together. Hopefully, I'm gonna add my chicken to my dish, and I mean, it smells incredible. It smells so good already. So just add this straight to your dish, and make sure that you get every last drop from the bottom as well. All of that lovely pear, garlic, ginger. Do not leave any out. It's like liquid gold. Make sure you use it all. Okay. And just give things a move about, make sure that things have chance to take on a bit of the marinade. If you need to spoon it on a little bit better, make sure that you do that. And I would also suggest, halfway through its cooking time, moving things about as well to make sure that everything gets a chance to sit in the marinade, everything cooks evenly. Don't forget, the chicken breast will take a little bit less time to cook, but you know, not too much. Just have it on a lower heat so it doesn't dry out. But yeah, it smells great. I can't wait for this to be finished. And when this is in the oven, I will talk to you guys about accompaniments, what you can serve this with, what works well with it. But for now, just concentrate on making sure that the marinade is covering every inch of that delicious chicken. Now I'm going to sprinkle on my chilies, and again, use as many or as little as you would like. I like to pop these on for a bit of colour, and again, extra heat. The chicken is set happily in its dish. I'm now going to cook it at 200 degrees for 35 minutes, and that will give the chicken that's on the bone the chance to cook. So pop that in your oven, and again, halfway through the cooking time, make sure that you give that a bit of a stir, wake things up a little bit, move things around, make sure that the chicken that's on the bottom has a chance to sit on the top, and just make sure everything is infused as much as possible. Okay, so now let's talk about accompaniments and what you guys can use that is going to complement your Korean chicken really nicely. So the first thing is go simple. Flatbread and salad. That is my go-to when it comes to cooking Korean chicken. It's super easy, it's great for lunches, great for fakeaways, that kind of thing. So flatbread, bit of salad. That's what I'm having it with this evening. If you want to bulk it up a little bit, of course you could serve it with chips, serve it with rice, you could serve it in a jacket potato with some cheese, that would be delicious as well. Or, you know, get creative, make your own veggie stir fry to go alongside it. Some noodles would be fantastic as well. Just have a think about what you feel would suit this dish really well. Again, I'm going for simplicity and quickness today, so we're going to be having it with. So we use these from Aldi, they're really delicious, nice, soft and fluffy, and with a bit of mayo. Honestly guys, it's absolutely delicious. Andy will vouch for the fact that it's just such an intense, complicated flavour that just works so well together. So I'm going to stop waffling, I'm going to pop back to give it a bit of a stir in about 15 minutes time, and then we'll let it cook for the 15 minutes and then plate it all up and give it a try. Okay, so it's now time to check our chicken and give it a little bit of a stir and move things around a little bit. As you can see, the chicken here has developed a nice caramelisation on the chicken that has skin, and everything else is just smelling and looking so incredible. And again, I'm just going to give things a little bit of a stir just to wake stuff up, and I'm going to pop that back in for the last 15 minutes. Okay, so it's had its last 15 minutes, so it's time for the chicken to finally come out of the oven. And honestly guys, the scent of this chicken is so fragrant and so aromatic. Again, it's such a warming dish for this time of year. You can really see all of the jewel tone colours, ideal for autumn. Again, very warming, very rich, everything is completely cooked. And of course, don't forget to spoon the wonderfully fragranced broth straight on top of the chicken. It has so much flavour, especially if you're serving it with rice. And it is as easy as that, guys. My gorgeously fragrant Korean chicken. Super easy, super versatile, ideal again for a quick midweek supper. So all that's left to do now is to get it onto the flatbreads and give it a try. And honestly, I can assure you guys, there is nothing quite like that taste. The hit of heat, the flavours, the garlic, the ginger, it just all infuses together to make something so special. I hope you all decide to go on and try it. If you've been cooking along with me, don't forget to take your pictures and use the hashtag #CookWithNatasha Summar so I can see it and perhaps give you a shout out in the next video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited about next week because we're going to be having a special guest in the form of my younger brother. His name is Yassine, he's a professional chef, and we're going to be making a very special katsu curry. So I will see you all for that next week, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the description box for the recipe and where you guys can get all of the Weight Watchers information. But for now, I need to go and eat this Korean chicken, so I will see you guys next week. I can handle, Andrew. That is definitely from you, that. I can handle.
It has a H on it.
Okay, are you filming? You're filming? Okay.
Not that you're a narcissist.
No. So now let's talk about toppings. I just pointed to my boobs when I said that. Really delicious actually, and...
Oh, stop. Try that, try again.
Okay.